It's a limited by guarantee, and also it's a not-for-profit charity organization.
This is something that, where they can mingle with the people of the same age, they can talk, we play games there.
So they will know what is St. Patrick's Day, so what is Mother's Day, what Father's Day, Easter and all. They used to love it and enjoy.
What we did was, one was in Lidcombe, and the second one was in Chester Hill, third one was Pennant Hills, fourth one was Auburn.
And she has done stepping on programs. So stepping on is something, to prevent falls.
We have staff who look after 24/7 in the different shifts.
Good day everyone, my name is Navneet Anand from aajKal, local and global. Shri Om care for elderly. So we have the team here in studio aajKal, Aarthi, Shweta and Jaya Raman. Welcome to the studios.
Thank you, Navneet. Nice meeting you here.
Talking about Shri Om Care, when and where did the idea come from?
The idea came from our Guruji, Shri Om aajKal Swami. Then finally we put a start in 2006. We registered a company separate, Shri Om Foundation Limited.
Shri Om Foundation Limited, and that's registered in Australia.
In Australia, in NSW. It's a limited by guarantee, and also it's a not-for-profit charity organization.
Right. So the amount of efforts being put up by all the volunteers is basically giving it back to the community.
That's right, yeah.
Right. So talking about Shri Om Care, the idea, it's popped up 18 years ago, took a shape, I think 15, 16 years ago.
Correct.
And now we are there at a stage where everybody in Australia knows it. What is the motto for Shri Om Care?
Humanity leads divinity.
Can you repeat again?
Humanity leads divinity.
Beautiful.
Do service to the humanity,
Mhm.
and automatically you will be led to the God.
Right. I think God has been so kind to all of us that this is the time for us to put efforts by giving it back to the community. The kind of satisfaction that you get, the sleep that you get at night, you cannot buy it with the money.
Correct.
So who has been the inspiration?
Shri Om aajKal Swami.
Right.
She is the chairperson, and also he is our Guruji.
Right. So he is the person behind the motto as well?
Yes, correct.
Right. Talking about Shri Om Care, a charitable organization registered in New South Wales, Sydney. What are the all activities that you are doing currently or used to do in the past?
We started actually with the one-day center in Seven Hills with 3 or 4 clients.
Okay, so it was a one-day center,
Yeah.
kind of a temporary center in Seven Hills.
Yes, fortnightly we used to run that.
Right.
So slowly we actually, talked to the people who are elderly who are coming from the Australia here, and they don't used to have anything. Whole day they used to get bored and nothing is happening for them.
So are we talking about the people of Indian heritage
Yes.
in Australia?
Yes, and the visitors as well.
And the visitors as well,
Yes.
right? So all the elderly people who are here in Australia, maybe parents of some of the families
Yes.
or grandparents of the family, and kids go to work, grandchildren go to school, so
Yes.
basically they are left with nothing to
Yes, 10 to 2 they don't have anything to do.
do. Right. So how did we start?
So what we did, somebody actually approached us, to Jaya Raman actually, that why you don't start something for us, where we can mingle with each other, do the good quality spending time with each other. So we actually, we started with them, and then it's a word of mouth. We spoke to their children as well, it's good for them. We used to do pick up and drop as well.
So what I understand, the parents or the grandparents
Yeah.
who have got nothing to do between 10 and 2 because school finishes at around 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So some of them approach you to start some sort of activities for the elderly people.
When we said day center, that concept, day respite program, is a very new concept. To Indians especially, because in Australia maybe people would have had that concept before, but for Indians it's a new concept, right? For elderly people who are coming back from India and staying here with their son or daughter or whoever the family is, they don't have anything to do during the day, right? They get socially isolated, and that leads to depression, right? To avoid that, this is something that where they can mingle with the people of the same age, they can talk, we play games there, and we do activities we do yoga, and we do like dancing exercises, like lot of other stuff. We provide morning tea, lunch, and everything.
When they see they coming in the center and enjoying there, they are mingling with each other, with their age group, and they really enjoying, and they talking about in their home that we done this, we done that, and then it's okay, then that's a good thing. And we call the children also to see what they are doing.
Right.
Something that they look forward to every week, like, because we don't do it every day, we do it like every week in different centers. So that's something that they look forward to, Okay, today is Diwali, or like next week we're going to do Diwali celebration. Okay, come on, what dress shall I wear for Diwali celebration?
Yeah.
What activities do we do? Like, what dancing are we going to do?
Yeah.
So all those stuff, like that keeps lingering in their mind, because like they don't have like other things to worry about.
Right.
That's something to keep them occupied more than
How
anything.
did you manage the pick-up and drop facility?
We had friends who were dedicated and sincere in the beginning.
Right, so it was most of the volunteers who were doing
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
job
Yeah.
of pick up and drop up
Drop.
for
Correct.
those parents who cannot drive themselves or who don't have anybody to drive themselves,
Yeah.
or they cannot come by train or bus.
Yeah.
So there were these services that were being provided.
We used to pick up from the station as well, bringing them, cooking food for them, making tea for them. They used to enjoy a lot. And then we always do the themes also monthly. And we celebrate all the festivals. We do all the Australian festivals also, like St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Easter as well.
Right. Because India is a very, very vast country. So India itself has got so many languages, the different areas that we come from. But coming to this sort of a place, what they were trying to do is meeting people from different states as well there in Australia.
Yes.
Correct.
And learning about their culture as well. That's why we used to do all kind of festivals, what in Australia they do. So they will know what is St. Patrick's Day, so what is Mother's Day, what Father's Day, Easter and all. They used to love it and enjoy. They're looking forward it to make a dress up, kind of homework for them.
Right. We started as a day respite program. So how did you expand that?
Then once we saw the first center running successfully, then we said, okay, we'll do other centers also, but close to homes, in each suburb, separate suburbs. What we did was, one was in Lidcombe, and the second one was in Chester Hill, third one was Pennant Hills, fourth one was Auburn. Like this we started with that 5 centers. And slowly, because of the COVID restrictions and other things, it got shrunk to 4 centers now.
Right. So how do you manage the expenses? Because pick up and drop is one that was being done by a lot of volunteers, but then there is a rental that you pay to the places that you hire, then the food costs money, cooking probably was done by the volunteers, but still there was a lot of expenses. How do you meet all those?
Yeah, because of charity, the tax office had given us a DGR status, deductible tax recipient status. So person, the common man who donates, he can claim from his own taxable salary.
Right.
That way we could muster quite a good number of donations.
If someone has to donate, how can they donate?
They can talk to us, or they can send us they can go to the website. They can use the website.
And your website is?
www.shiomcare.org.au.
www.shriomcare.org.au. So people can go and get more details to do the donations as well. Talking about the chronic diseases and self-management, stepping on the programs. Tell us more about it.
So, see, in the day centers, like we wanted to do something informative that could be aiding to healthy aging and active aging. So we
Healthy aging
and active aging, yeah. So that's what we wanted to encourage amongst the seniors, right? So in that way, when we were thinking, we used to call people for providing health talks, like talk about diabetes, talk about some chronic disease and all those stuff. We ourselves as coordinators would go and attend the classes for those particular programs. And then like we'll come back to the center and we'll deliver it in their own language. So I myself speak Tamil, so I have Vanakkam, yeah. So I myself have delivered that program, in Tamil.
Right.
For Tamil speaking crowd. and she has done stepping on programs. So stepping on is something, to prevent falls, because falls is like a major issue when you're old. Because once you have a fall, it's really hard, for your bones to get along and all those stuff. So just to avoid that, like there's a program called Stepping On that she has done as well. So she would be doing it in the centers in Hindi or Punjabi.
Tell me a little bit more about this Stepping On programs.
So it's a balance exercise. It shows you how to balance when you're walking.
Right.
Yeah. And if you have any problem, knee problem, anything, so they give you exercise to do, regular exercise. It's very simple exercise, and you have to do every day. If you follow that, you don't have any balance issue. Like, okay.
Right.
And also about the shoes, they teach you what type of shoes you should wear.
Right.
And,
so I think there is a lot to understand. Probably once we will be there at that age, I would be able to understand more about these issues, because for me, it does not look like as an issue at the moment. But the way things are happening, hopefully there'll be more centers like this where we will be able to getting the feedback and move on in the right direction. Talking about home care, in Box Hill that you have started something. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, before going to the Box Hill, I would say how we started.
Ji.
And there was a request from one of the seniors from the center wanting help in domestic assistance. Then at the time we didn't have anybody excepting Aarthi and Shweta. So they started going around helping the seniors and their homes.
At their homes.
At their homes.
So that's
Right.
home care.
That
Right.
is home care. That is the start of home care.
Mhm.
And from there, and slowly the people started knowing us about the home care.
So who bears the cost? Because there is a time involved for them to do as well, leaving their other activities and commitments. It is a big one to be looked after. So who funds that?
In the beginning, it was only we used to charge for the conveyance and for the transportation charges. Later on, slowly we said this is what.
Because in the long term, that's
Yeah.
practically not feasible.
Yeah. When how it came into, then we said private care.
Right.
Then we used to put a dollar figure
Right.
and charge them.
So home care, private care, yes, definitely if someone is being there, and
Yeah.
probably you too cannot go to each and everybody.
Yeah.
There's that limitations as well.
Then we approached all the bigger agencies like Uniting Care, Hammond Care, Baptist Care and all. Then we told them we can do the home care for the Kerala communities, language specific, and also experience and expertise for both of them.
Mhm.
And we expanded it slowly and we applied for the accreditation, which we got.
Right. So what accreditation have you got at the
We
moment?
got home care package delivery
Right.
accreditation.
Home care package delivery. That if somebody has an elderly people at home
Yeah.
and the children are not there to look after them during the day or even at the different timings as well, they can always go and apply for that
Home care package.
home care package, and the services are delivered by Shri Home Care.
Yeah. Now for in advocacy, Aarthi and Shweta both used to help them how to apply and where to apply, what are the formalities that have to be undergone.
Right, because there's a lot of documents and
Want to say
paperwork that
something?
needs to be done.
Yeah, so
Tell
it's-
us more about it.
Yeah.
So you have to call my age care for
Mhm.
registration first.
Mhm.
You have to register your parents. And
So they are supposed to be minimum permanent residents or Australian citizens.
yes,
Right.
yeah. You have to call my age care, and then they will ask you some questions, your medical thing, like why you want home care package, why you
Mhm.
want assessment.
Mhm.
So you have to explain everything. They will ask for the doctor details and everything, and they
Mhm.
will double check everything whether you are eligible. So and then they come to home, do the ACAT assessment, and then if you are eligible, they will approve your level 1, 2, 3, 4.
Talking about aged care, if I say somebody who is under 65, tell us more about your relationship with NDIS broker services.
We have been doing NDIS subcontracting
Mhm.
for many agencies from plan stage. We are not registered for NDIS, but we are doing the services for the NDIS.
Any intentions to get registered as NDIS?
Yes, as we go,
Right.
definitely we will be going into that.
Right. Okay. So tell us more. How do you provide those services?
So all our staffs are NDIS approved. We will take from the plan manager stage. So they will have a plan manager assigned to them, and then the plan manager would allocate the jobs to us.
So that could be in any of the suburb in Sydney
Yeah.
at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are the other home care services that you provide which we have not touched?
We have done transitional care.
Transitional care.
Yeah.
What is it?
That is called also post-operative care.
Right.
Supposing your mother or father, they undergo some operation or some treatment in the hospital. When they are discharged from the hospital, at home you won't have facility or you won't have manpower to look after them. So we step in and then look after them 24/7.
Right. So that care would be somebody from your organizations going to their home,
Yeah.
be with the patient
Yeah.
24 hours, may it be in 2 shifts or 3 shifts.
Assisted living, it could be for a short stay, a long stay, or a day, for a day or two. So if, for example, right, like if you would like to go overseas, but you're worried where to leave your parents, like,
Absolutely. I
What to
think
do with- what to
that
do with
is
your
one of
parents?
the major issues
course.
that we all have.
Yes.
not just overseas, like even local trips.
Local.
That's right.
Like during Christmas, like that's the only time you would get to spend time with your family as well.
And parents are not willing to
Willing
come
to
along
come.
for the long drives or the different
Or
cities.
they're not able to, medically able to, travel in a flight or travel with you in a car for a longer drive. The parents are safe.
Absolutely.
So they could come to us where we can provide care for them.
We have staff like who look after 24/7 in the different shifts. So everything we provide. Even if they want to go out for a ride or visit the temple, we take them.
Right. So we have options available for short stays as well as long stays.
Yes, of course. And also post-operative care.
What else would you like to tell our audiences about Shri Om Care, or what is the vision for Shri Om Care to be there in next 12 months, next 5 years and 10 years?
I would request people to come and see us, talk to us, and discuss their problems or discuss their family circumstances, how we can come to help you. There is no restrictions. You can talk in any language. We can in Indian languages. We can talk. We can tell them. And in the next 12 months, we are going to expand, like say 1 or 2 houses, residences in each suburb, or in the major suburbs we are going to have them, so that it is close to your home, close to your family.
So it is a similar version of a child care where we send our little kids. So it is the parents or the elderly in the family can be sent and they would be looked after by the professionals and qualified care staff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
वो
Absolutely.
कहते हैं ना, छोटे बच्चों को देख जब बड़े बूढ़े एक जैसे होते हैं, छोटे बच्चों के जैसे बड़े जो हो जाते हैं, तो बुजुर्ग जो होते हैं वो बच्चों के जैसे होते हैं, तो उनको हम वैसे ही केयर करते हैं.
Wonderful. What a noble job that you guys are doing to assist all the elders in our society. If somebody wants to come and donate, we have talked about www.shriomcare.org.au. If people have to contact you, is there any mobile number or any other contact number they can get in touch with?
Yeah, we can tell you.
So it's in the website. So as you said, like the website is like www.shriomcare.org.au. So when you go in there, there's a contact us page and there's a 1300 number that you can contact us through.
Thank you so much for your time and visiting our studio. We wish you all the best on behalf of our whole team of Voice aajKal, Fiji Times, me, Tarun Yadav and Arvind Singh. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
you.
Thank you.
Shri Om Care. Care for the elderly. shriomcare.org.au. Humanity leads divinity.
One-stop answer to your Australian education and visa matters. Gemco Sydney. Dream big, achieve big.
Fiji Times. Be with the times.